Isn't it crazy how anxiety has this ability to pull us into the future and have us concentrating and worrying about things that may or may not ever happen? And there we are, spending so much time in that. Welcome to Meaningful Meditation, Applications for Every Day. My name is Charlotte, and I'm here with Sister Priya. Sister Priya, I'm sure this is not the first time you've heard somebody say that. And I'm just very interested to know, what do you tell somebody when they're like, Sister, I'm worried about this is going to happen and this could happen, but this could happen. What do you tell them?
Yeah, I think the worry about future creates a lot of stress and anxiety for anyone, and especially when we are, anticipating something to happen, and or someone has given you a deadline, or especially uncertainty plays a very important role because sometimes some of us cannot handle uncertainty. We want a definite answer, we want a plan, we want a target date, we want a certain outcome, and this attachment to the particular outcome or a particular way of
Hmm.
sometimes people have this habit of creating a whole scene in their head, like this imagination, and you're not even that scene didn't even happen, but it's all in your head, and that is causing that fear. What will I do if this happens? That image is sitting inside your mind, and it becomes a threat to your own, like your nervous system panics because each time you think, each time you worry, each time you think about the future or whatever you're worried about, that image which is sitting inside the mind is threatening you. What will you do if this happens? What happens if you're alone? What happens if you end up failing? What happens if everyone laughs at you? What happens if you lose your job? So this imagination of the worst possible outcome scares us. It makes us panic. It goes into like life or death situation. Actually, then this is where I tell myself, I calm myself down. You know what? It's not a big deal. Let me wait. We teach that patience to the self and teach that positive aspect. Okay, let me think this way. Why should I go and think worst outcome? Let me think a positive outcome, or let me think a practical outcome. This may happen or this may not happen. Even if I lose my job, I will find another job. Even if they leave me, no problem. I can survive on my own. So this is how I gently teach myself to be stronger, to be courageous. So this dialogue, self-dialogue, is extremely helps us to protect us. So no one has to come and rescue me. I can protect myself.
At the very beginning of your explanation, which I greatly appreciate, Sister Priya, you mentioned the word attachment, and that's new to add that word, that concept to this anxiety, to this fear, to this overthinking. Can you go into that a little bit?
Yeah, sure. So attachment is something, which we all have, like this clinginess, and we all give a lot of excuses for attachment. So attachment comes in disguise of, I need this, I want this,
Hmm.
I deserve this. This is very important to me. Without this, I don't know what will happen. So we all learn to attach. Love is different, but attachment is little bit overstep, overgoing, overdose of love. Or need is okay, but want, if I don't get this example, we say I'm attached to my morning coffee. Okay, I need a coffee to awake. That's okay. If there is a day I don't get the coffee, then that shows my attachment to the coffee. So the coffee has made me feel active, and I can't be active without the coffee. I can't find other means to be active. So that is
Yeah,
where
that example just really makes it seem kind of almost ludicrous, right? Like to think that something like that could draw me into something that I can't do something else because of it.
see.
And I'm sure that there's other things like that.
Yeah, sure. A lot of us can point out easily external attachments. Oh, this baby is clingy, this is clingy to me. Externally, it's very easy. But what about internal attachments? I'm
Mm.
attached to my opinion. I want a certain answer. I want only my opinion has to be approved. Everyone has to listen to me, or why my idea is rejected. So this attachment also is connected with ego. But that's a whole lot a different subject to go
Yeah.
into. But attachment is the main key for us to be and to feel any reaction, I would say. Like it could be fear, it could be anxiety, it could be sadness. But I'm attached to certain things. I want to be successful. If I'm not successful, then it's end of story. And that's what creates panic and anxiety. For a panicky mind or anxious mind, I would say prepare yourself for both outcomes. Be all right with good and bad. Be all right with love and dislike. Be all right with success and failure. Be all right with someone appreciates you, someone insults you. And that is where that calmness comes, peace comes, because I don't have to react to extremes. Because anxiety is a reaction of an extreme. So I tell myself everything is balanced. It's okay. Life is all about balance. I may get something, I may not get something. That's fine. Let me deal with it. I don't have to panic and feel anxious, when something doesn't work out my way.
Yeah, one of the other words, and I think it might fit here, is that you used in your beginning is courage.
Mm.
So if I'm going to be looking at these two paths and being willing to accept both paths, it seems to me that is that where courage takes place?
Yeah, courage is something which is needed when there is no path visible.
Okay.
To create my path, because sometimes there's no solution visible. I don't know how to come out of it. I don't know what to
Mhm.
think of it. I don't even see a path. I don't see anything. Courage is where is it? Okay, let me stay put. Let me face it. Let me not run away. Let me not imagine the worst possible outcome. Let me see what can, even if it's a little step, even if it's a baby step. Courage is all about let me take that step. Let me give time. Let me try this, even if I know I may fail, and that is courage. Because when you start that first step, the path creates.
That was really great. Thank you, sister. I look forward to further conversations and also thinking about attachments and courage and how that's going to lead to a more peaceful future. Thank you.
Thank you.